ring by spring is a legit thing. Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karis. I do videos centered around college, lifestyle, beauty, natural hair, and stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of those topics, you might like this channel. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this. So I've actually done multiple college related videos already. So if you want to check out any of those videos, I will link them in the description down below, or you can click on the eye right above your screen and you'll be able to see all of the other college videos that I have done. So after this video, you can check out those videos. But today, I am here to talk about the pros and cons of attending Christian schools, Christian universities, Christian colleges, and so on. So, a little about me. I am a junior. I go to a school called Lincoln Christian University. It's located in central Illinois. It's a very small school. A fun fact about me, I'm actually a transfer student. The first school I went to, I think, was technically a Catholic school, but it was not very faith-centered at all. It felt like just a regular secular school. So I have had the very unique opportunity to experience the college life both from a secular point of view and a Christian point of view. So I hope in this video I can share with you my experience and help you kind of have a better understanding of what it's like going to a Christian university. So we are going to hop right into the video, and I am going to start with the pro. The very first pro of going to a Christian school is the professors truly care about you. I mentioned this in my previous video over pros and cons of going to a small school, but just because you go to a small school does not automatically mean all the professors there are going to be caring and loving. However, at a Christian school, a lot of times their mission, their goal is to really build a community around the students for the students to feel loved and cared for. So the professors at a Christian school will most likely be there because they truly enjoy their job and want to be there for the students. So this one is a no-brainer, but oftentimes when you go to a Christian school, you get to learn about the Bible, and I believe that's a huge pro, because it's not like you're sitting there and just watching a sermon or listening to a sermon. You're actually learning how to properly understand the Bible. And we all know the Bible is such a really difficult book to understand, but I never really understood how helpful it would be to actually go to school and actually have somebody teach you how to read the Bible properly. It takes so much more than just a Sunday morning at church to learn the Bible and understand the context behind it. And I really think one of the best part of going to a Christian school is you get the opportunity to learn more about the Bible from people who have been studying it for years, and that's pretty cool. So this one doesn't apply to all Christian schools. However, most Christian colleges have smaller class sizes, and I personally really love that, and I think of it as a pro because you are getting to be able to connect better with your professors and with your classmates, and I just really appreciate that so much. And it just feels like you're not a number, you feel like you're actually important and relevant, which is really nice. So another huge pro of going to a Christian school is the community. Whenever you go to a Christian school, you are going to be with like-minded people who have the same kind of faith background as you, so it's just easier to get along with one another. And again, because it's a smaller school, the community is a lot more tight-knit, and I think that could be a huge blessing because it could be so scary going to a college that's like huge and you have no idea where to even begin and making friends. So the community is definitely a huge plus of attending a Christian school. Another huge pro of attending a Christian school is there is a lot less temptations, such as parties, sex, stuff like that. So the school I went to before I transferred to Lincoln Christian, it was a little bit more of a party school, and we had another college next to us that a lot of people would go to to attend parties and stuff like that, and then we could have guys in our dorms, but the school I'm at right now, we're under covenant, so we're not really supposed to be drinking, and we can't have guys in our dorms unless it's like open dorm night. So there is a lot less temptation. It does not mean just because you go to a Christian school you are holier than thou and you never make mistakes and never party or never have sex. It's not like that at all, because we are all humans. We all choose to do whatever we want. However, the temptation is not as big if you go to a Christian school. Okay, so really quickly before I move on to the cons, if you're liking this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and then you can even go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on videos like this in the future. Okay, so I just want to quickly say everything that I'm about to say is based on my opinion and my experience only. So I don't want you to think this just like applies to any and all Christian schools around the globe. So that being said, I think the first con is Christian schools can kind of feel judgmental and closed off to other people's ideas. Now, I'm not saying this is always the case. However, I think just as Christians in general, me included, I'm the same way, we kind of think our way or the highway. If people aren't doing things the way we would do it, then we automatically think they are bad people, which I don't really think that's very Christ-like thinking. But I have noticed at a Christian school it can feel a little closed off and people can come off as a little judgmental. Another con about attending a Christian school is it's usually pretty small, therefore everybody knows everyone, which means there can be more drama. And I mentioned this in a previous video, but I personally don't feel like I have been involved in any drama or have felt like there is more drama. But I'm usually super oblivious to stuff like that, so I don't know. But I can see how going to a Christian school, there can be more drama and people can kind of tend to magnify the littlest things just because there's just not that much going on campus. So if anybody does anything semi bad, like everyone is probably gonna know about it and talk about it, which can be kind of annoying. Going to a Christian school can also make you feel like you have to be perfect and have like no problems or issues, which is very scary, honestly, because we're all humans, we are all broken. So just because we are Christians, it does not mean we don't face those same kind of hurts and pains and brokenness as the rest of the world. However, I feel like sometimes going to a Christian school, you have to mask your feelings because everybody around you seems like they're doing great. Okay, this next one is going to sound ridiculous and funny, but it is so true. And that is, people at a Christian school tend to have this pressure on them to get married before they graduate college, or find somebody to get married to after they graduate, which is so crazy to me. It's so crazy because the school I was at before I transferred to this current Christian school, I'm pretty certain almost everybody that was in relationships just cheated on each other and were not really thinking about marriage at all. And now, I don't think we should be to that extreme where we aren't being loyal to one another, but to have to feel like we have to get married before graduation, that's just, I don't know, this one is just, I don't get it. I've had such a hard time wrapping my mind around it, but ring by spring is a legit thing. Ooh, okay, so this next one I'm about to share gets me a little heated. So, a lot of Christian schools have started offering secular degrees. For example, I'm studying business at a Christian school. I'm not studying anything like Bible related. And that's good. I love it. I love that they offer that. However, a lot of times the Bible majors can make you feel like you're not really a Christian, or you're not really going into ministry just because you're not doing a particular Bible vocational major. And honestly, like, I joke about it and stuff like that, but deep down I'm like, okay, this is annoying. this does not mean I'm not a Christian just because I am a business major. And I know there is a lot of other students who feel the same exact way. So if you go to a Christian school and you're not majoring in vocational ministry, do not feel like you are less than. You can still accomplish so much for God's kingdom without going into a vocational ministry degree. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, these next few that I'm going to list aren't necessarily cons, but kind of depends on who you're asking. So I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I am a volleyball player, so I hang out with a lot of the athletes, and sometimes when athletes are choosing schools to attend, they just honestly want to play the sport, so they go to whatever school accepts them. That being said, they don't always know that if you go to a Christian school, you do have to attend chapel, you do have to take Bible classes. Mind-blowing, I know. But I know that sometimes that can be a con for some people. Not everybody wants to go to chapel every Tuesday. Not everybody wants to be forced to take Bible classes. So even if you are a business major, you still have to take a certain amount of Bible classes. Again, I see it as a pro because it's honestly an honor to get to learn about the Bible. However, people who aren't about that life, it can be a huge down. And last, Christian schools can have a lot of rules, which I think for some people is a huge con. I personally don't think the rules are meant to just make our lives miserable. I think they are set so that we aren't tempted to do stupid things like we would at a school with no rules. So I really hope I'm not scaring you off from Christian schools, because to me it has been a huge blessing. I am so glad I get to be a part of the school that I am attending. However, I wholeheartedly believe Christian schools are not meant for everyone, and that's okay. It does not mean you are a bad Christian if you don't want to attend a Christian school. But again, I really hope this video gave you a little bit of a overview of what it's like attending a Christian school. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know. If you have any questions, you can always direct message me on Instagram. I am super active on my Instagram stories, so if you do follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see what I'm up to in my daily life. Lastly, don't forget to again subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this, and don't forget to check out those other videos I recommended in the beginning of this video. But until next time, bye.